Here's a picture of my mom and my dad. Even then, I didn't know how to keep my mouth shut. Well, that's me as a baby. And now this is what's going to be what the boys were laughing at. My dad didn't want to get my feet or my hands dirty, so he drew the feet and he drew my hands. They can't make up their mind which one they like better, the left hand or the right hand. Love my dad. Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 2nd. Just waiting for Jim. We're going to be going to Lowe's because we got our gazebo up yesterday. Here's a picture of what it looks like on our deck. Jim has decided he wants to get a fan and some string lights to put around it to make it a little more decorative. We have a thing out there where we can watch TV. We have netting so that the bugs won't bother us, so we can start watching TV outside now. But there's Jim with his newfound water. He's doing really well drinking his water now, aren't you, Jim?
Yeah.
He loves it. So much better than pop. He would rather have water than pop, right?
No flavor.
So anyway, we're off to go. So I'll let you know I'll be back to sing some birthday songs because we have some birthdays and we have an anniversary. So I will be back. Well, we're back. I'm not sure if I told you what day it was, but today is Wednesday, June 3rd, and we do have birthdays. Today is Jackie over at Grammy 6. Jackie, it's your birthday. I kind of messed that up a little bit. I should start over, but I won't. Yes, I will. Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, and we have a birthday today. Today is Jackie's birthday over at Grammy 6. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Janelle over at Janelle Jarmate. Jarmate. Y-A-R-M-A-T-E. It's Janella. Janella. J-A-N-E-L-L-A. Janella. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Janella. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And last but not least, and it's not even a birthday, it's an anniversary. Today is Rosemary and Steve. I think it's your 43rd anniversary. So Rosemary and Steve, you know you'd get a song. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. It's kind of chilly here today. It's like, we're supposed to go up to 90 this weekend, but right now I think it's like 57 or 58. It's not summer yet, so, you know, I'll accept that it's cold and damp. But anyway, I'm going to put a clip right here of the boys putting up the gazebo yesterday. There they are, all working hard to get my gazebo up. There's the foreman over there. It came out really nice. That was them working. Here's a picture of them with it. No, wait a minute. This is a picture of it completely finished. They did a really good job. They had to put up with their dad a little bit. I think all parents are true that they do this, that you still think of your children as children. Jimmy's going to be 49 this year. Danny is 43. They know what they're doing. David's 20 and has a full-time job as a carpenter. So, I mean, they know what they're doing. But we went to the dentist yesterday because Jim was going to find out about getting some implants. It makes me nervous. He doesn't seem to think it's going to bother him, but it makes me nervous. because they got to work around his sinus cavity, and they're going to put up 4 pegs, 2 on each side, and then they're hoping that the sinus cavity is high enough, but if not, they're going to build it up with some bone or cadaver bone or whatever. It just sounded to me. But Jim wants to get it done, so it's expensive. I mean, it's not, I mean, we always spend money on stuff anyhow, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's really very expensive. And our insurance pays for half, but even that, it's still expensive. And I'm just worried about the nasal cavity, but Jim doesn't seem that concerned about it. But anyway, his appointment was at 2 o'clock, and the boys were going to be here at 3:30, and so he really wanted to be here to help them. They love their father, but they would rather he didn't show because sure enough, as soon as he got there, he became the foreman of the job, even though they had just about all of it put up at that point. But we didn't get home till they were here at 3:30. We didn't get home till about 4:30 or 4:45, something like that, because the appointment ran long, and then we hit traffic coming home because we hit the work traffic and that because people are starting to go back to work now, back in their offices, and so the traffic is starting to pick up. But they did pretty good up until they were putting up the curtains and the mesh. We have like a mosquito netting, and then we have like a curtain that you can block the sun out. And I guess they got it all put up, and they didn't notice it was all put up that they put it on backwards. So Jimmy said a few choice words because he was a little aggravated, and then they took it all down and they got it back. So it looked really nice. But this morning Jim said he wanted to go and get a fan, because it's like, this is the newest thing, these gazebos. I don't know about anywhere else, but in my particular neighborhood, everybody's getting a gazebo. And in their gazebos, they put fans, ceiling fans, which is made for outside. And then they put the lighting around it. So Jim wanted to do that too, because he went and looked at the guy across the street, the 2 guys across the street, he went and looked at theirs, and then he went at someone down the street over this way, and he decided that's what he wanted to do too. So that's why we went to Lowe's. And so we did get the ceiling fan, and we did get the lights, and then we got some citrusella. Is that how you say it? You know, like, to keep the bugs away. These cute little lanterns we got. So we got those for outside to keep the bugs away. I know we got the netting, but I'm not going to always close that netting up. And then he's out there working on it right now. So I probably won't show you till tomorrow how it turned out. But maybe tonight, because you'll see the light a little bit better because it'll be dark. I'll go out there and do a video and see. You won't see the full prettiness of my patio because it's raining, and he's working. It's just sprinkling right now, but we're supposed to get rain. So I have the covers on my furniture, and I have my plants pulled out so that they can get the rain from the raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my plants. But anyway, staying with it, sticking with it. I'm, like I told you, I always like to take a positive and turn it into, or take a negative and turn it into a positive. I'm trying to figure out the nice way to put the negative for Jim's expensive dental work. The positive is that Jim will be very happy with it, and he won't have to worry about putting polygrip on his teeth to hold them in place, and he'll be happy with it, be a little bit more secure in his smile, and so I guess that's the positive thing. So that's, like I try to do that every day. Like the negative thing for me to think is like, Sandy, you gained like almost, what? From my lowest till now, I've gained about 15 pounds. But the positive is that I caught it right away, and I didn't let it bother me to the extent that I gave up. I'm a little discouraged with myself, a little disgusted too that I let myself gain that weight back. But you know what? This is going to be the rest of my life. I'm going to be going up and down like a roller coaster. I just know that. But I pride myself on the fact that I caught it this time before it got away from me. And because everybody knows, you just reach to that point where you just think, I give up. I'm just not going to do this anymore. This is just not worth it. And I was getting close to that point. I really was getting close to that point. So that was my negative thinking. But my positive thinking was, you know what? You haven't done that bad. 15 pounds, it's not the greatest, but it's better than 20. So let's get on it before we get to 20 pounds. And I did do that. So I'm doing my best to stay on track. I'm really being diligent with my eating choices. I haven't been walking as much as I should. I've just been in a lazy mode. I know I walk, but not every day. I do feel better when I walk every day, so I have to get back to that. But I wanted to finish off with saying, because I had to write it down so I make sure that I got this. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. You need to remind yourself of that sometimes. I mean, I know I need to remind myself of that. Being on this journey, going to parties and stuff like that, you got to be pretty brave to just not pass up like a good dessert tray. It takes a lot of bravery to just like walk past that. Now, people think of bravery as like standing in front of like a moving car to keep somebody from getting hurt and stuff like that, which that is definitely bravery. It's also stupidity, but whatever. But you can be brave at the same time and thinking that, like I'm brave enough into thinking that I'm making smarter choices. A lot of times you got to really have some really strong will. You have to have that mindset going, and that brings into being strong. You got to be strong and know you're strong enough to overcome it. You're strong enough to overcome some chips and dip, an ice cream cone. I'm not saying that you can't ever have an ice cream cone, but I would think I could have an ice cream cone every single day of the week. And so I have to get past that realization. And I am smarter than I think. Well, I am pretty smart. I'm a smart aleck. As Kim over at a girl on her phone said, she was a smart, but I won't say the word, donkey. I think I'm like that a lot of times too. But I'm smart enough to know that if I don't grab this, not grab it, but if I don't nip this right now, like Barney Fife says, nip it in the bud. If I don't nip it right now, I'm going to easily get back up to where I was, and I refuse to do that. I feel so good. I feel really good where I'm at right now. I'll be honest with you. I feel really good where I'm at right now. I would like to be less, but that's the way it goes. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, share if you think somebody might like to see this. As always, stay safe. And now I have to go answer the telemarketer call.